Welcome to Lesson 7 of Wycliffe Australia's Story the Bible Comprehensive Course. Today, we are going to look at the topic which is vital to anybody crafting a Bible story, and that is how to handle religious language. In Lesson 6, you began to craft the story of the Roman guards given the task of preventing anybody from stealing Jesus' body from the tomb. Man, were they in for a surprise. But in this story, there is examples of religious language. The day after the day of preparation, chief priests, Pharisees, the Sabbath, an angel of the Lord, and the elders. When people on the street hear a Bible story, one of the things that can make them hard for them to understand the story is the use of religious language. Now, if you don't know what the day of preparation means, or the meaning of the word Pharisee, then the meaning of the story itself can become obscure. Our goal in Bible storytelling is to craft simple, accurate, and memorable stories. And when we do that, they are easily understood by people on the street, by migrants who are still struggling with their English, old folks who are struggling with memory loss, and by children. So in Lesson 7, you will do some exercises converting religious language into everyday language. The examples will not be taken from the story that you are currently crafting. This will give you more experience than you would gain from just one story. So what are the steps that are needed to convert religious language into everyday language? First, the storyteller must do before converting religious language into everyday language is to understand the religious terminology themselves. Now, this may require the use of a Bible dictionary or reference book or even other translations. If the storyteller doesn't understand the meaning of the religious language, then it's almost certain that the hearers of the story will also have difficulty in understanding the story. In storytelling, simple is always best. An example of religious language that can be found is in Acts chapter 8, verse 5, where the scriptures say, Philip went to a city of Samaria, and told the people about the Messiah. The Messiah. Some people who hear this Bible story may not know the meaning of the Hebrew word Messiah. How will you change a Bible story so that any person on the street can understand it? This actually raises the question, who is our audience when we are crafting a Bible story? Every person who crafts a Bible story needs to ask that question. Our challenge is to convert religious language into ordinary, everyday language so that new Christians, people on the street, children, those who have never been to church can understand it. In this example, Philip went to a city of Samaria and told the people about the Messiah. We asked, how can we simplify this Bible story? There are several options. We could say, Philip went to a city of Samaria and told the people about God's anointed one. This is the literal meaning of the word Messiah, anointed one. Or we could say, Philip went to the city of Samaria, told the people about God's chosen one. That's the real meaning of the word Messiah. Or we could say, Philip went to the city of Samaria and told the people about Christ. Christ is the Greek translation of the Hebrew word Messiah. Or we could simply say, Philip went to the city of Samaria and told the people about Jesus. This fourth way does not hinder the flow of the story. It doesn't require the hearer to say in his mind, who is God's chosen one?
One of the challenges we often face when crafting a Bible story is how to express in everyday language things that are told using religious language. Our goal is to create a Bible story that is simple, accurate, and memorable. In Acts chapter 8, we read, Philip went to the city of Samaria and told the people there about the Messiah. The word Messiah was very familiar to Jewish people, but many may find it completely unknown to those who hear our Bible story. But if you replace it with the word Jesus, the sentence is clear. Philip went to the city of Samaria and told the people there about Jesus. In Acts chapter 6 we read, "Then we apostles can spend our time in prayer and teaching the word." There are two challenges here: the word apostles and the meaning of the word. We can simply simplify the sentence by saying, well, then we who were Jesus' companions can spend our time in prayer and teaching God's word. In your resources file, you'll find a sheet with suggestions on converting religious language to everyday language. Enjoy the challenge of making your story simple, accurate, memorable. When you do that, God's word will make the impact.
G'day, my name's Yuan, I'm also known as JK, and today I would love to tell you a bit more about Bible storytelling. I've been on a couple of seminars by myself and with my family, and I've honestly been able to use it in a range of different areas and applications. But firstly, what is it? Bible storytelling teaches you how to read the Bible, craft some stories that are both biblically accurate yet engaging, and also gives you the tools to run a easy Bible study with 5 questions that stays the same each and every time. And honestly, those 3 basic principles is what it's built on. And then you can take it and you can use it. And that's what I've done. I've used it in youth ministry, and I've thankfully kept the Year 7 boys engaged, which is quite a challenge in and of itself if you're not just playing games. I've seen it be used in evangelism, where people are talking with their work colleagues about a story that they've learned and a way that it's connected with modern events and things that are happening in this world. And then I've also just seen it be used in family devotion times or even personal devotion times. So, all in all, I reckon it's an amazing tool to have on your tool belt. It's a way that you can enrich your own life in your walk with God, and you're able to enrich other people's lives with their walk with God. And if you are even considering any type of ministry, or even if you're just a follower of Christ, go check this out. See how this might enrich your life. It's by far not the only tool there to help you get to know God and share God, but it's definitely one worthwhile to look into and to explore. So that's my story. Shalom, God's peace be with you, and all the best.